You're listening to Houseology Live.
Houseology Live.
Houseology Live.
Houseology Live.
Houseology Live.
Houseology Live on Humble House Radio.
What's going on, everybody?
What's going on, peoples?
Welcome to the party again.
Yo, we have not been here in a week. It feels like forever.
I know.
It's been 2 weeks for me.
Well, I was halfway here last week. But,
Yeah, you were. You got to read the Google chat, man. You got to stay up on it.
you know what?
Turn the notifications
I'm a busy
back on.
person. I don't know if I've told you that before or not, but
Yeah, Rave Daddy Robbie, everybody. Look at Rave Daddy Robbie. We
Hey.
got DJ Embrace in the building. What's
What it
up?
do? What it up? What up?
And we have a couple guests today. We got What's Good Blue. What's up, man?
what's going on?
What's good, Blue?
Oh, wait. No, hold on. I don't probably have your mic on, do I?
Yeah,
You're live.
we're
Hold on here. I
live.
got to do that to you?
Yeah,
Now
we're good.
we'll hear you.
We're good.
There you go.
Yeah, it's been a while, man. I've been away, man.
Sorry about that.
Working, vacationing,
Oh,
You've
see,
been over.
This is so nice to have four people in the room with voices that I don't have to worry about the gain on the microphone. That's great.
Look, man, you were on the West Coast a lot.
yeah. I was in Spokane, Washington for like 13 weeks.
Oh,
It
man,
was
you were
wow.
way over there.
Yeah, way different. I'm thinking, it's Washington. It's got to be close to Seattle or like Seattle, and it's not. It's way
no?
different. Yeah.
What kind? Is it like country living?
It's not country. It's like right almost on the Idaho border. It's just very interesting.
Idaho's a great little place.
Yeah.
If you've ever drove through Idaho.
I've never been to Idaho.
There ain't anything in Idaho.
Nah, Idaho, man. Idaho
Mountains.
is not where you want to be.
Amish people?
Although there is a city in Idaho called Coeur d'Alene, which is like a hidden gem. A lot of celebrities own houses there. It's off the water. Like Justin Bieber has a house there, and a whole bunch of people.
Idaho?
Yeah, they say if you go like during the summertime, it's like wild beach yacht parties and all
That's
sorts.
what's up.
Okay.
Let me find
I have
out.
to keep that on the map.
I think we're gonna have to make a Humble House summer vacation trip.
Yeah, you like Idaho, all those
What?
country
No,
guys.
no. There ain't no hood
It's
in
either
Idaho.
it's
You know
either
that.
ratchet or
Yeah, I was just gonna
country
say,
boy
there ain't,
for you.
There ain't
You
no
know?
hood in Idaho. Come on, what are you talking about?
I was ready to get out of there, man.
It was like with a potato hood? Is that what that is? I don't
Oh,
know.
man, yeah. It was not for me out there, man.
No.
Although they're starting to like really get like a rave scene, I guess that's picking up there. So
Okay. What kind of what side of the rave scene?
it's more bass than anything, I would
Okay.
say.
I figured it'd be. I figured
Yeah,
it'd be
I've noticed that too.
way.
Like the Gorge has been really popular out there in Washington and stuff
Yeah.
now. Is it Washington?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
Washington,
yep. Yeah,
Okay.
the Gorge. And then I went to Japan for 8 days.
Nice.
Oh,
what's
that's
up.
on the list.
Yo, Japan
Japan's
was
beautiful.
Oh man, Japan was crazy.
You was the biggest
Was 8
person
days
there,
enough?
wasn't you?
I loved it, man. My cousin was planning a trip. It was like 10 of us to go out there for the Formula F1 races.
Okay.
And I'm not into races, so I didn't even know how big a deal Formula F1 really is. Like,
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal
deal.
over, especially in Europe.
I love
Oh,
F1
so
racing.
long.
Yeah,
We
I
went
love
out
F1
there.
too.
It was probably like 300,000 people there.
Oh wow.
It was crazy. Yeah, it was insane.
How was it? How was the races?
Oh, the races were awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I said, man, I'm gonna start getting into it. And the anime, the food, like Japan.
Did you party?
Japan was so. Oh,
Did you
yeah.
party?
I partied.
Tell us about the party.
So the people I went with, like none of them were real partiers. They all wanted to like sightsee and stuff like
Boo,
that.
yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna wreck the vibe of the trip.
Yeah.
But like the last 2 nights, I'm like, listen,
Yeah.
we're in Japan. Like, are y'all going out or not? They're like, oh, we're going to bed. I'm like, I'm out of here. Like, I'm
Yeah.
gone.
You went solo?
I was solo.
That's
Oh,
good.
now
how
you
you
gotta.
do it.
Now you have to tell me.
Yeah.
Now you realize. I really
Yeah.
gotta hear how it was.
I had a blast. So I showed up, I got these huge harem pants on. I got on this like Chicago Bulls Dennis Rodman like 90s shirt on. So I stop and I'm eating like ramen like on this like street, like on the side of the street. And people are just coming up to me. They're like, yo, you're from America. And so many people were actually from here that were living there.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So this guy comes up to me. He's super drunk. He's like, yo, like, where are you from? I'm like, well, Florida. He's like, I lived in Florida for 10 years. He's like, I met a Japanese woman. I married her and we moved back here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he's drunk and
Dual
he's like,
citizenship.
he said, hey, let's go have a drink at this bar over here. And I was like, I'm just going to eat. Like, we'll see. So I like roam around some more and I'm like, man, let me check it out. I opened the door and this place is insane. Like the party was going nuts in there.
Really?
Let's
What
go.
kind of
Yeah,
music?
Yeah, it was house music.
Really?
It was house music. Yeah.
Let's
so they
go.
started off, it was house, and then I was like, okay, this is cool. And then they went to like top like 40 music, and then it
And
was
like,
hip hop.
what's hip hop?
Yes,
Like Japanese hip hop?
it was like hip hop, like American hip hop.
Like
I went-
Glorilla?
I went to 3 different clubs that were playing all American hip hop music.
That's
Oh,
fire.
wow.
Yes, all hip hop music.
Oh, wow.
They're enamored with the culture over there, but
Okay.
the most polite people, like so organized.
Yes.
Yeah.
I tell people right now, like if you've never traveled outside the country, like go.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Like
sure.
I'm
go
a big,
somewhere.
I agree.
Big
because
advocate.
If you're just watching the media and stuff, and you would think like, oh my God, like America's the only inhabitable place, like nowhere else. Like I've been to multiple countries that I've gone to, and I was like, yo, I could live here.
Yeah.
Like this is nice.
How was the money? Did it cost a lot? Was
Nah,
it
not at all,
expensive
not at
while
all.
you were there? No.
Nah.
Like, did you make out on the conversion? On the conversion rate?
Yeah. So it was. I want to say it was like was it $30 to a yen? 30 yens to $1. I want to
Yeah.
say it was.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
30
Okay.
yens to $1. Yeah.
Okay. Pretty cool, man. I've watched videos on YouTube about Japan. I see the streets are clean.
Yo.
Yeah.
I just want to sit on the side, eat some noodles like that. Like that's like a
Right.
dream for me. You know?
Yo.
Like I love that kind of shit.
The efficiency was like crazy. There are places that's like 24-hour ramen. You go in there and there's like
24-hour ramen,
Yeah.
bro. Come
Oh,
on.
you can't do me like that.
Please.
you order from like
God, now I know what I want to eat tonight.
it's like a vending machine. Like, you go to like a vending machine, you click this, click this, click this. You put in your yen, it gives you a ticket. You hand it to the server, they go in and cook it and bring it to you.
Dang,
Like
that sounds good.
efficient, bro. Like
24 hours?
Yeah,
Yo,
24-hour
I'd be a
ramen.
fat dude over there. I'm sorry.
that place was,
I'd be a fat dude.
that place was dope.
No, noodle. Honestly, you go out and eat noodles every night, and
Yeah.
you probably got to walk to the noodle place and everything. You probably end up being skinny as a stick. You're just like,
Yo, those people were all fit, bro.
oh,
Like,
I know.
all were fit.
Have you ever been to Amsterdam? That'll make you feel
No.
fatter than the fattest you've ever felt in your entire life.
everybody
These
slim in
people
Amsterdam?
are literally
Sticks.
microphone stands. Like it's crazy.
I've never been to
They
Amsterdam.
all walk and bike everywhere, and they're all blonde and blue eyed and like this. It's just crazy.
All right. Sounds like where I want to go. Let's go.
It's great. It is great. Yeah, trust
Let's
me.
do an
I
introduction. That's
enjoy
my
it.
first time meeting you.
Oh,
so,
really?
yeah.
Oh, Embrace.
yeah,
This is
yeah.
Blue. Blue.
Yeah, what's up?
What's good?
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you, Blue. Good to meet you, Blue. For
Yeah.
everybody tuning in who don't know him, you know,
Yeah,
you got the
I'm
introduction.
part of like the What's Good collective. Like we vlog, we help with DJs, and we do all sorts of different stuff. Like
Yo, they got us to Atlanta.
yeah,
What's Good? What's Good's a big advocate for Humble House,
Right.
but
Nice. Okay,
they
good,
advocated for
good.
us in a couple of cities and states, and got us out to Texas. They
Oh,
got
yeah,
us
yeah.
out.
Oh, the
What's
El Paso
Good?
trip,
Yeah. So What's Good? We be
man,
putting on, man.
I want to get you to Cleveland, bro. That's where I want to get you out.
Cleveland's nice.
I want to get you out to that Midwest, like Cleveland to Detroit, that area. I'm going back.
When
like,
y'all ready to go to Detroit, let me know. That's my hometown.
oh,
we
man, let's
down.
go. I'm
We
down.
out, we
My
out.
I'm going to Cleveland on the 9th, and I'll be out there for a while.
Yeah,
I'll be
okay.
there for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, you did put us in touch with some people. Sparrow, right?
Yeah.
Red or Sparrow. Or I'm trying to. It's hard.
Hawk Luna. DJ
Hawk-
Hawk. Right before I left there, man, I did a session with him, man. He was teaching me some stuff on the decks. I brought my decks up there, and I was spinning
Okay.
up there. Yeah.
Nice. What kind of what they like? You sent me some videos, but I can't really get the feel. What kind of house did they like?
Oh
It
man,
was-
it was like a real like Chicago,
Yeah.
like a Chicago style. It was kind of like more
Footwork.
laid back almost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, even at the hypest point, still
Yeah,
still
even
chill.
at the
Really
highest
like
point, it was still pretty chill. I went in there, and I remember the first time I went into like a house event, I looked around, I was like, yo, this is different. This is
Yeah,
way
yeah.
different. Like his house, like it's good, but it was way different vibe. than I
oh
was
man,
used to.
I gotta check it out.
Yeah, I'll send you some more videos and some stuff when I get back up there because they got some crazy after party places there.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm
Detroit,
down for that.
Chicago, Cleveland, they have afters. That's been going
Yeah,
for dozens, 20s, 30s a year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
man.
just started checking out the Atlanta after hours, and Atlanta's got some like you gotta know.
Yeah.
You know, like you just. It seems like you don't have to. The city would be big enough that you could find it. No, but you gotta,
gotta know.
know
You gotta
Yeah.
be in the know.
to
yeah.
find something.
Because when I
in
think of Atlanta after, I think of a strip club.
Yeah, I did too.
Because they go.
I mean, we have
they-
that for you here too, if you want that. Yeah, we do
Yeah,
have
but
that.
they get naked and food and drinks at 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning in Atlanta.
I mean, I can get naked at after party. It's fine.
tell me where.
So
I mean, if
you
somebody
know,
throws money at me, I'll do whatever you want, bro. Like,
I thought the same thing, but it's not. It's
Yeah.
like clubs there.
Oh,
Who that?
hi.
Who that? Who that?
somebody didn't know where they were.
Somebody walked
Ah.
in.
Yeah, they were like, "Oh my."
I feel like when you go to a city, I say it takes a good like 2 months before you can really get in the know.
100%.
Like
Yeah.
I started to get Spokane. like as soon as I was getting ready to leave there.
Okay.
Like I was talking to a girl randomly, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I play guitar and I do shows." And I go see her at an open mic. And the place I go to, they're like, "Oh yeah, we throw raves every Thursday," and I'm like,
Why did I know that?
Thursday?
Like, I'm finding this out as I'm leaving.
Oh man.
And one day we go to a bar, me and Johnny, he was out there with me, and we go to this bar, and there was arcade games and stuff in there, and we go to the bartender, and I'm like, "Hey, we're new to town, we're trying to find like cool places."
Yeah.
He was like, "Hey, I'm gonna tell you this place, like don't be sketched out." He's like, if you go like downtown, you're gonna see this noodles shop, like a soup shop. He's like, next to it is an alley. He's like, there's gonna be a door with no sign or anything. He's like, open that door and go downstairs, and it's gonna be wild in there.
Oh.
So I'm like, all right, it's probably like 1 a.m. So of course it sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah.
I took Johnny's
All
like,
the black instincts are like, nah, bro.
Johnny's like, bro, you want to do this? I was like, yes, let's do it. So we get into this alley, and there's this guy smoking, and we're looking around for this door. And this guy's like, hey, are you looking for somewhere? And I'm like, yeah, we're looking for this place. They call it Trust. He's like, you don't want to go there, man. That place sucks. We're like, for real? He's like, nah, I'm the owner, man. Let me let you in. He lets us in. We go downstairs, 2 flights, and we open up a door, and it's like this bar with multiple rooms, and it used to be like an old money vault. Like they have a huge
That's dope.
vault. Yeah, like a huge vault
That's
door.
why they call it Trust.
Yeah, and they call it Trust. So and I guess back in the day, like Prohibition days and stuff, they used to throw parties and stuff. So it's like a speakeasy.
Oh wow.
It's crazy.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
crazy.
And little old Spokane that you would know.
Man, you never know.
Yeah, you
you know,
never
like
know.
Gonzaga, the basketball team is there.
Okay,
You would never know.
okay.
You never know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with
raves.
that because I traveled a lot too. It takes you at least 2-3 months before you get acclimated to somewhere. Find the little nooks and crannies of the spots. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So yeah.
Well, it's good to have you back, man. How's the rest of the What's Good fam?
Oh man, Johnny's good. Johnny is still out in Washington. I told him, yo, I'm going home for like a month. He's like, I'm staying out here. I was like, all right, bro. Like he digs it out there, so
Yeah.
he's staying out there. He said he's gonna be out there probably another 2-3 months, probably.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he digs it out there, so he's gonna just stay. And Panda, he's good, man. He's still going to a lot of raves and stuff.
Yeah.
I think he does Lost Lands. I think is gonna be his next one. He said, yeah.
I saw him maybe a few months ago. Where were we at? It's Mandarin Heights.
Yeah.
That's where I saw him at.
Yeah, I saw him a couple of nights ago. I was like, I'm in town. He's like, let's go. So we went to like a crab boil place and like hung out for hours. Yeah.
Oh hell yeah, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you stopping by the show, man. It's been
Yeah.
a while since we had you on Houseology Live.
Yeah.
and,
To check it
you
out,
know.
man. I dig it. I dig Moxy.
yeah, heck yeah, man. It smells good as soon as you walk in the door.
Yeah, man, that's my first time here. I didn't even know where it's at.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yo, Fergs, it's right next to Fergs.
great
yes. yes. Big shout out to Moxy for letting us use the
Shout out
podcast
Moxy.
room. We appreciate you guys so much. Our guest today is Electronic Flex, which a lot of you don't know, may not know. I don't know. I just realized who it was. But Electronic Flex, they do interviews on the street and such.
Yep.
A
Big
whole
media guy.
marketing, big media marketing strategy. So I'm excited to get to know him more and find out what all he's doing. But we also have more topics. What? Oh, you know what? We're in the recap, right?
Yeah, let's go to recap. How has it been the last couple of weeks? We haven't been here a week and a half, 2 weeks.
I know it has been a while.
A lot of things that's
Yeah,
happened.
Concrete Jungle.
Yep.
First Friday
First
happened.
Friday.
That was a great show. We had Rave Daddy open downstairs.
Thank you.
Yes. And then
did
we
all right.
also we had who was
The
it?
homie
before?
Evie and Yay.
Evie and Ye opened was direct support for Los Padres, which it started out a chill night. Rave Daddy chilled it out real quick, let everybody get them in a smooth,
That's
sexy.
a polite way of saying it was boring.
No, it was chill. It was chill. It's exactly what it was supposed to be. Everybody was eating food. They were just bopping
was.
around.
It's the
you know?
opener. Like people sometimes the
Yeah.
openers
Right.
don't.
No, I was actually a little soulful deep house section.
I think
it's
it's-
session,
yeah,
to be
absolutely.
honest. I was slipping some weird shit in there, and it was actually pretty good.
And then Evie and Ye just elevated it as soon as they got on.
As
They
they
just
should.
took it right onto the ceiling. And then Los Padres came on and they just blew the ceiling off. It was a good show.
Yeah.
It was a great show. We actually signed them. They came down and partied with us. We signed them. They have a track coming out April 25th. Thank you,
Yeah,
brother.
man.
Thank you. They have a track coming out April 25th on Humble House Records. And then I can't. How do I say their name? Harold Harold M and Jay
M.
Paula
Yeah.
formed a group, Malpus Music.
Okay.
I think that's how you say it. Malpus Music. I'm sure I'll get a text here in a minute. Malpus Music. They closed it. They kept the energy just as high, and they kept going all the way to close. They did a really good job of keeping the attention. There it
Time
is.
sound effect for the yay and them.
It was a great show
Yeah, shout out to Harold
musically.
too. Harold's a good dude.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
He actually
he's
sent me a
solid.
track today that we get to listen to.
Yep.
And then upstairs, House of Skankas, they
They did their thing.
They
skanked.
They skanked hard. Yo, that was great show, great energy all the way up until the end. KST was on, Too Low opened. We had Salvador AM, which is another Humble House artist.
Yeah.
We had him open for dinner, which he did a phenomenal job
Nice.
opening. He played really boppy, chill, like tech house-y kind of.
Yeah.
It was really, really good, really good. And then Tulo came on, KST went, and he was high energy. They I don't know if you guys know or watch the Skanka show from start to finish, but they start high energy
and same way,
and
all the way
it
through.
goes it doesn't stop.
Yeah.
It's a constant ride up.
I haven't seen them DJ together.
Oh,
I
man.
haven't yet. Like
Yeah.
I've seen them individually, but I've never
Yeah.
seen them together.
Oh, they don't stop. They just start and it's already here. You're already zinging and they just keep going. And then Cobb closed out the night.
Yeah.
Cobb was literally drenched in sweat by the time he was done with his show. Crazy show. It was a great time.
So
man.
it's
Sorry,
No, go
don't
ahead.
forget it was packed out the brim.
Yes, it was.
It was one of our biggest nights probably we've had since doing the First Fridays too,
Yes.
because it was just like the kids just kept coming and coming. You know what's really funny is I played my Thursday last week for the first time at Saigon.
yes,
and
Rave
I just,
Daddy and Chill.
Thank you. And I just kept that simple and started out with Deep House. And I have to admit, it was really funny. I played probably like 4 hours
Yeah.
of like 124, 25, 26.
That's the best
Deep House.
type. I love that.
And tons of young people in the bar.
Mm-hmm.
When we were at Concrete Jungle, I would have to say our entire crowd, probably the average age 23.
Oh yeah.
Maybe
yeah.
around there, and they stayed.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was like we have a kind of a cycle. The place will clear out in about it starts clear out about 1:15, 1:30.
Yeah.
And then also we see it
Like
usually
another wave.
pretty big drop off at round 2.
Yeah.
But we even still had like 40 or 50 people downstairs till like 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
We usually close upstairs a little earlier, so that was already closed. But yeah, I mean, it was packed.
Yeah,
it
it
was
was good.
packed, and everybody was having fun and
good for
enjoying
business.
themselves. You know, I'm liking seeing the younger kids starting to show up to some of the house events and stuff like that, because in the past, you know, we were usually that older, more mature,
Yes, yep.
lower 30s, upper
Yep.
20. Upper 20s crowd.
Yep.
And you know, now I'm like the young kids seem to be getting back into it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for sure.
It does feel good. It feels like we're reaching the next wave.
Yeah.
You know, it feels really good. So yeah, Rave Daddy and Chill happened. That was Thursday. And what did we do this weekend? I went to the Lane 8 show.
Yeah, how was the Lane 8 show?
That was dope.
Yeah.
they
Lane-
took your cell phone.
They took my cell phone.
Oh, they did.
That was great too.
Yeah.
That was great. I fucking needed
It makes you be present.
Yeah,
like
outta
it
here.
makes you be
I-
present.
Well,
Yeah.
you guys
So-
saw the Vanguards doing that apparently permanently.
I did, and that was
Yeah.
a good move on them.
Orlando Vanguard?
Yes.
Yep, they're apparently not going to let you in with your cell phones around. I still think this is all kind of a little kitschy, little like
Yeah.
like
I
promotional stunty kind of
I
thing.
don't.
No,
I love
do.
it.
Why you just leave your cell phone in your pocket? It
Yeah, but
doesn't
nobody,
matter.
People are not gonna do that.
Nobody's
Nobody's gonna do
gonna.
that.
Nobody's
I
gonna.
know, but come on, like,
Yeah.
does it really make a difference?
Yes,
I think
Yeah.
it does.
I did,
think it
brother.
does.
I tell you what, I witnessed a miracle out there.
Yeah, I think it does.
I witnessed a.
Because the only thing you're forced to do is to dance and enjoy the vibe. If you have your phone, you can't check.
But that also
check,
makes the
check, check,
implication that the phone doesn't let you do that, and I think you still do.
Nah, I
check.
don't.
Yeah,
I don't.
No, I do.
I think-
you know what? I go to events now. I'm not sorry to cut
No,
you
go
off,
for
but
it,
I
go
go to
for it.
event. I can show you in my phone the last year's worth of events I've been at. I'm lucky if there's 5 pictures in my phone.
But
for
that's
those
you.
events.
We're talking
But
about
now,
the new
But I
Gen
will
Z.
say, no, hold on.
Even
lose their
me,
phones.
even me, I feel
I will-
like it's just I'm stuck.
I
Yeah.
will say though, like if I showed you 2014 at like Ultra though, there's like 125 pictures. But you know, but no, I'm surprised how little I get on my phone now. I keep forgetting like, oh shit, I didn't take a picture of me and my friends or whatever.
Yeah,
You're right. The youngins do. They can't stay off.
They
Their
can't.
stay off the
I
phone.
can't stay off my phone. I'm constantly working. I'm constantly like check. I hear that like that, zzz, and I'm. Oh,
Even when
shit,
your
I
phone's
gotta-
not on you,
I gotta.
you get that-
Yeah, I
but
get-
see, those
I
are two
gotta
different
touch it.
things.
Somebody's texting me.
Workaholic opposed
Yes,
to
yeah,
capturing
but
pictures of
even
the event.
still, a regular person in nowadays time is they're so addicted to their phone.
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, absolutely.
And I felt like I noticed, Sam and I noticed that people were so much more engaged with even outside themselves. Me, I'm very to myself kind of person. I always have been. At the same time, I can be introverted, like if I'm comfortable. And without my phone, it made me comfortable.
Oh, that's good. That's
You know,
dope.
it made me.
That's,
little
that's
experiment.
fair. That's fair.
It made me be like, okay, I can switch now to a place where I can like go and talk to this person who's right here. Hey, oh, I know that person. I'm actually noticing people that I know, and
Sure, that-
you know,
yeah.
and oh, hey, good to see you. Let's chat for a second. Like, I'm chatting for a second. I'm not getting buzzed and like pulled away. You know, so it was good. We ran into. I mean, if you can imagine.
How many people you run into?
Oh,
Yeah, everybody.
Everybody. I saw everybody and their mom, literally, at the show. Babies, you know, kids. It was cool. It was good to see a nice family-friendly event like that.
That
you know, in the
venue,
city.
it went viral. The DJ Lovers Club on Instagram, they're like huge EDM Instagram page.
Yeah.
They were talking about Baycare, like that being the top like venue like recently
it's
because of the
gonna be.
sound and all the people going to it.
Yeah.
So they're on the radar. Like,
Yeah,
they're
great
definitely on the
sound
radar.
all the
Yeah.
way around. You went too for the Liquid Stranger, didn't you, Rave Daddy? You said it was good sound.
Oh yeah, phenomenal sound.
Yeah, it was great.
They are just doing a miraculous job. There was actually an article in some EDM online blog.
That's what the DJ Lovers Club post.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
think so.
that's what
yeah,
I just said.
that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
bad. I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry. But yeah, I mean, it's really great. And Of the Trees was there last month. Liquid Stranger is going to be there next month. Elderbrook is going to be there
Yep.
2 days before Liquid Stranger, I think.
I'm curious to see Elderbrook's show after seeing Lane 8. I'm curious to see. I don't know if they have to pay for a certain lighting package or whatnot, but I felt like they were really holding back on the lights
Gotcha.
there. When I
No
was there.
lasers.
Not much really. No,
Yeah.
no lasers. No over the lasers. They had like a laser, like a stream, I guess. They hazed it up real
Yeah,
good
yeah.
though. I was shocked at how hazy they
Somebody
could make it.
told me because I went to a show in Ybor and they said like whenever they're like places near a neighborhood or downtown, they got to chill with the lasers just because it could be like a problem for people who live.
But there's supposed to be a stop for those.
Yeah.
You know, they shouldn't be like
When I was there for Of the Trees, they had all the lasers pointed up, and there was a big support beam that goes across the back
To
of
try to
the-
block
the-
it.
The shell.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they had all the lasers hitting that.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
noticed that. But it was great because it almost ran right with the angle.
Sure.
The angle, rather, of the, what do you call the grass?
The lawn.
the lawn. Yeah.
But there's a name for that. What's that called?
Oh, I don't know.
Of the amphitheater that they call the lawn area, something like. Anyways,
I don't know.
But yeah, it was kind of like the angle with that, so it was kind of neat. So it doesn't feel like they were way up out of the way, you know.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like it was really held back on the lighting, and I feel like I want to go to another show there where it might be. I don't know if Elderbrook's bigger than Lane 8. I wouldn't say, but
I don't think so.
But I feel like there's. I want to see the full
Yeah.
show. You know, it doesn't feel like it was over the top. Maybe he didn't have the best lighting package they offer or something. I don't know.
Give me the basic. Give me the
Yeah, give me
basic
just
lighting.
It's like, well, Mr. Lane 8, what lighting would you like? Do you got something with flashlights? Yeah.
What's the most economic lighting package?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
You do the best.
Minimal lights.
Yes, but I was shocked at how hazy it was for an outside venue. So, guys, if you are just tuning in with us, you can give us a call at 727-342-0550 to chime in on any of the topics that we have. You could just call in and say hey to Blue since he ain't been here
That's
in a while.
Yo.
And you can follow us on Humble House Records, Humble House Radio, Humble Bass, Houseology Live. All of those are on IG. You can follow Rave Daddy, DJ Embrace, What's Good. And everybody else that's on the show. We're missing Danielle. Big up, we miss you, Danielle.
Volume's sitting out there too.
Volume's outside.
She's
We
there.
love you, baby.
Yeah. Don't forget her.
I will never.
Yeah, I know.
We're missing Rich. Everybody's sick a little bit, So
But we also are going to be missing somebody for a long time, and we hope he gets back here soon.
Yes.
Or Cole.
Shout out to Cole. Get well.
Yep.
Yes, he just chatted with him today. He had one of his last surgeries, I think. So he's just in straight recuperation after this.
I saw the post. I saw one of his posts, and I sent him a message. So.
Yeah. We love you, dude. We love you, man.
Get well.
He does want us to FaceTime him, so maybe we'll FaceTime him on the show next week or something.
Okay.
Like that. Yeah.
All right.
Get him in there.
And this is pretty face.
Yes, big ups to Shelton, dude. We miss you guys. I know you're out there working heavy. And then we're heading right into this is good timing.
Yeah.
Good timing.
Yeah.
We're heading.
Well, now
right
you know why
into-
the music's playing.
Wrap it up, B. Wrap it up.
Okay, all right, I'll wrap it up. Coming up next is going to be our guest, Electronic Flex, DJ 210, as you might know him, who runs that. But Electronic Flex, Tanner, we're going to chat with him about what they do with the community and the scene. And we'll see you guys shortly after this commercial.
Yeah,
break.
we're going out to Mateo Lugs, Back It Up Slow, which is perfect, I think, going into a break, right?
Yes, it up. Back
I'll
it
see
up,
you guys
so-
in a few minutes.
Back it up.
Back it up, slow, wait. Wait. Back it up, slow, wait. Wait. Back it up, slow, wait. Wait. Back it up, slow, wait. Back it up, slow, wait. 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 Swerve, then I back it up, slow, wait.
Hello. Welcome back, everybody.
What's up, guys? That was just Back It Up Slow by Mateo Lug. That's a Humble House Records classic. It was featured on Feel Good's playlist on SoundCloud. So big up to Mateo Lug and Jay Vega. Is that just a Mateo Lug one? Or is that
Yeah, that's
Vega
just
too?
the Mateo Lug one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yep. But
Out of Puerto Rico.
Jay's playing my birthday, though. He will be here.
Let's go.
Yep.
Let's
I
go.
believe Mateo's coming with him. He didn't mention, but I think he is.
I gotta hit him up. I gotta see what's up with those guys. I haven't seen him in a while. Yo, Electronic Flex, Tanner, what's up, man?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Good. Glad to have you.
Appreciate you having me.
You got a special interviewer over here. You got Blue, man. Blue's back in the building.
Bring in the big
Yeah,
guns.
yeah,
I love
yeah,
it.
The What's Good.
I've been away for a while myself, man. I met DJ Tutan a while back. It's been probably a couple years since I seen
Yeah,
him.
it's been a minute for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got the sunglasses on for you, man. This is
In honor of you.
Yeah, we was all like sundown. Now we see with the glasses on. We gotta represent now.
Yeah, had to set
It's
the
the
tone.
appropriate way.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So for people that don't know about you, first of all, tell us your ats. Where can they find you? Where can they find all of your stuff?
At Electronic Flex Official on Instagram, on TikTok, YouTube.
Absolutely. Now tell us about Electronic Flex. Tell us about that project.
Man, so what I had realized, I mean, you guys know so many artists, DJs, everything like that. Well, we know a lot of artists and DJs that are really good at making music, producing, performing, but they're just not there yet on the social media. So that's where we come into play, is helping establish, emerge underground talent in the electronic music scene.
I love it. I love it. Now, how long have you been doing that?
Man, it's been a journey. 5 years, actually. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, what inspired you to do that? Because obviously there's a huge need for it because, like, yeah, DJs can mix and, yeah, like, some of them can produce, but that whole social media is a huge disconnect. Some of them have no idea. I mean, I would be out there and be like, yo, hey, like, swap Instagrams, like, connect, like, merge. Like, some of them, that's a big disconnect for them.
Definitely. I mean, I started out in the Midwest and started with a page called Midwest Flex. So whenever I was out there, you know, I was managing rappers. We were doing like small little mosh pit shows, you know, like 30 of our buddies show up in a small bar, $5 tickets. We're throwing shows, backyard, stuff like that. And that's when we got into the Midwest Flex, which was really just posting like music video snippets and flyers and more so just kind of dot connecting, you know, behind the scenes. Got down here to Tampa, and, you know, I was kind of disconnected from the rap scene that was going on in the Midwest. So that's whenever I made that switch into the electronic scene and created Electronic Flex.
Yeah.
Nice. So I seen like a video of you speaking of, you know, Electronic Flex and marketing. Yeah, I gotta bring it. You know, I gotta bring it up. What happened? Tell us the story, brother. We see you outside of the Ritz, and you got a sign.
yeah, that was you
on.
with the sign, wasn't it? Okay.
Yeah. The afters guy.
Yeah, man. Tell us about that. What got you going? I mean, that's a smart idea. Good
Yeah,
idea. But tell us how it went for you.
Dude, I mean, first off, let me say, you know, I feel like a lot of promoters, you know, they just want to throw up the Instagram story and that be it. Like, that's not enough for me, you know. I want to go out. I want to make the connections in person, you know, get people, you know, engaged.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Face to face. That's the best way to do
Looked
it.
a little bit like this.
Yeah, you could run the video. Well, yeah, that's the first one. And then if you go to the next one, that's the one that's kind of picked up a little bit of steam here.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah,
I saw that.
They're like trying to flag you away. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
What were they saying to you? Like what they didn't want you to be there?
That's
What was
Sean,
the-
isn't it?
I don't know.
Standing
I
there
don't
next
know
to
who
that's
that-
Sean at the Ritz, isn't it? I think that is.
Somebody,
Yeah.
I don't know his name,
I
bro.
don't
But,
know. But what was the deal? You know, what they had an issue with you holding it up?
yeah, so I mean, I went out there
great.
with a buddy of mine, and you know, that was the first interaction of the night. You know what I'm saying? Now, I like to chirp, bro. You see me in the video, I'm kind of going back and forth. I'm not backing down. Like I already made the decision. I'm gonna be out there.
Okay.
You know, I already
Yeah.
made the decision.
Yeah.
So I get out there and we're met with him, and you know, he's like, "What do you think you're doing out in front of my venue?" And I said, "Hey man, I appreciate you asking, but I'm out here promoting the afters. If you got anything else for me, let me know. Other than that, we'll see you."
Yeah.
And he didn't care for that. So you know, that's what it was. Kind of, you know, at the end of the day, you know, I got my First Amendment right to promote the afters. It's in the Constitution, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
You know.
Yeah.
Flex.
So
Or it's
what
just a
was
public sidewalk he's standing on that he can hold up any
That's
sign he wants to at
exactly
any
what I
time.
was just going to
From
get
a
at.
horse
Like,
show.
Like,
even-
Exactly.
we don't even have to talk
I
about the
was just
Constitution.
gonna,
Like, what is, yeah,
but did
I know, I'm kind of making a little joke out of it, but
yeah. I don't see what the problem is.
so did they try to make you leave? Did they make you leave? What was the
No,
what,
you're
was
not-
what was the end result?
yeah, they weren't going to make me leave, no matter what they said,
Yeah.
because, like I said, I already made that decision. But we ended up handing out about 150 cards that night. We had 80 people show up to the after party.
Go.
Good.
And
That's cool.
Yeah. We had. It was funny because I have another video still to post, and it's like a lot of.
Where was it
people-
anyway? Sorry, cut you off.
It was at Emperor's.
Oh,
so it was 10
yeah,
minutes
okay,
away.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
So let's say
Yes,
you know
okay.
you came up.
I know
to
what you're
me.
talking about now. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's say you came up to me and I had the sign right. You're like, okay, what's the deal with the after? I'm like, hey, we're 10 minutes away. We're going till 6 a.m. and we got booty shaking house all night. Come through, and I'd hand you off a card with the QR code.
Yeah.
And then from there, you get the flyer, this, that, and the other. Well, we handed about 150 of those out, had 80 people show up.
Good.
And
Yeah.
it was a great turnout. We might be seeing the afters guy again come breakaway.
Man, that's
Hey, we're outside out the front.
Be looking out. You'll see the sign.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
it.
Yeah, you'll see the sign. You'll know when you know.
Yeah, good
Definitely.
deal, man. Good deal.
What's the word I'm looking for? That's dope though that you didn't tell him exactly what it was, but that's
Yeah.
what afters used to be. It used to be
Yeah.
like guess what this is. You know,
Yeah.
here's the address. You know,
Yeah.
you don't tell him that it's Emperor's right away. You just tell him it's house music. It's gonna be booty shaking, and say let's just pull up and see what's up. You know?
A little bit of mystery, you know what I'm
Yeah, the
saying? It's like,
mystery,
hey,
that's the word
come
I'm
find
looking for.
out.
Yeah.
And there were some people that were that night. It was sold out. Side Piece was in town, so they had a full line
there you
all
go.
night.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
perfect.
I
You
did
know,
see
Perfect timing.
that.
That's what I'm
Perfect
saying. And
Yeah.
people were coming up and kind of like side eyeing it, like kind of showing the curiosity. I'm like, nah, this guy's got a bedtime. Hey, don't worry about
yeah.
this. Don't worry about that.
yeah.
You know, they're like, all right, what's going on? You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So,
You know the ones who want it.
I don't see what the
Exactly.
problem could be because I mean the afters is that way once they're done with their event and
gonna be
everything.
closed
Like there's
anyway.
no conflict there. You know?
and that's what I told him. But dudes want to flex and act like it's one thing or the other. But
And
I'm
I
not-
have
I'm
to
not
say,
leaving.
I've known Sean a very long time, and most of the people at the Ritz are very nice. And Sean is also a very cool guy. He's comped me into many of events there. So just to put that part out there, I don't want to
I
make
don't-
it sound
you know-
like we're bad mouthing Sean or the Ritz. We're not.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't know them
can't-
like that.
well,
Yeah, I can't
What-
say nothing about him or his character, but
Yeah, he's a good guy.
you know.
I mean, side note, the first time I heard Side Piece was at the Ritz.
Yeah,
Randomly,
first show I went to a side piece at the Ritz.
I went to the Ritz just thinking it's a regular night.
Yep.
Me and my boy were having a great time, and we're like, "Yo, this DJ is raw." It wasn't until like a year later we look and we're like, "Yo, that was Side Piece." Like we had no idea who they were, anything at the time.
Oh hell yeah, hell yeah.
Side Piece is good. I like a lot of their music.
Yeah, Side
I
Piece.
thought there was going to be a gimmick because they had the one do it to it. Is that side piece? Who,
No,
they had-
wait,
like-
what's it do to it?
That's all craze.
That's
That's
okay.
a craze.
But side piece also has
Oh,
like
Side
a
Piece was
song.
the Dip. Well, they
Kiss and
did it with
Tell.
Diplo. The Diplo
Side
track.
Piece did a
Hold on.
John Summit remix. That deep
He
end.
got on the deep
That was their-
end,
that
and,
was
like,
their big
around
one,
that
I
same
think.
time. Like all these DJs come out, they fed off that
Yeah.
the sample or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But side piece is really good DJ.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh,
He's
yeah,
like-
yeah. Side Piece is where
yeah,
it's
he's
at.
fire.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys keep saying him, and I was like, wait, no,
It's
I know
two.
they're
It's
a duo.
two.
It's
Yeah, I
two.
was like, I
It's
know they're a
two.
duo.
Yeah, it's a duo. It's,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
Nitty and Party Favorite.
Yes,
Yeah,
Nitty. That's
Nitty and Party Favorite.
exactly. That's what I was going to say. I was like, well, no, isn't that like Nitty?
They
Mind
got
blown.
really
I've been
big-
listening to Party Favor for a hot minute. Like when
Yeah.
when he first came out.
I feel like they got really big off of that Kiss and Tell song. That song was hard,
Yeah.
bro. You stay
On my mind,
think
yes, that's
about
it.
you
I
all
just
the
pulled
time.
it up. I was
Yeah,
like,
you-
what is that
oh,
song?
yeah, exactly.
That's
That
what
was
we're all
all-
thinking
yeah,
of.
yeah.
You stay up. Yeah, yeah.
That
around that
song
same
is
time.
crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
So tell us a little more about Electronic Flex, and the goals for Electronic Flex in the next, let's say a year.
Yeah, I mean, we're throwing events. We had thrown a handful of events last year, all small venues. Packed them out pretty well, so that was definitely exciting. I just want to add value to the local scene the best that I can in different ways.
I love that.
We do interviews. We help DJs, cut up and caption their reels. That way they're more engaging. And a lot of just like dot connecting behind the scenes, like, hey, this guy, we don't want to play this event, but we got this guy who'd be great, pushing out opportunities for other DJs and artists.
Love that.
We got good working relationships with a lot of event companies, record labels, and starting to expand the network even outside of Florida. So it's been cool to see, us tapping into some different markets and helping out DJs not only here in Tampa, but Dallas, Philly, LA, etc.
Yeah.
I want to stay on that topic for a little bit. Like, I just want to push the importance of content. Like, I know for me, and for a lot of people out there, they ask, like, how do I book more gigs? And, like, I always say, like, two things. You go out and show face. You go out and network with people. You build relationships. But I feel like the content is like your digital business card, right?
100%.
You put out content on Instagram, whether it's you just being you. It doesn't have to necessarily be DJing. But if you show your skills online in a fun and an engaging way, people going to remember you. Oh, you're that guy. Like, I've been out many times. Oh, you're that DJ Embrace guy who DJ at the gas station or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They may not have known that had you put that content out.
That's right.
And a lot of people put too much emphasis on, I need to be perfect. I need to do this. No, just put out stuff. Just put it out. You know what I mean? And then eventually you'll get better at it. And people start knowing you for being that guy. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, the content is so important because what good is it if you go and you spin the best show ever and nobody sees it?
Nobody sees it.
Like you could do the best job in the world and nobody's heard of it. You just haven't been connected in the right spot. So.
Bro, I can't tell you how many great sets I spun in my bedroom, but
yeah,
I'm telling you, nobody else knows, bro. I can't tell
Nobody
you.
knows, man. Nobody
We believe you, though. We
It's always
believe
like,
you.
yeah, did you record it? Fuck no, I didn't record it. Why would I record it?
Yeah.
And as a DJ too, this was hard too. Whenever we're out all DJing, nobody's there shooting content for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Correct.
And
Yes.
for me,
Yeah.
when I go out and I'm showing love to other DJs, I try to get good footage. You know what I mean?
I
try
do
to,
notice
like,
that. I've noticed that about you. You
so,
do help.
Like, I try to help other people out. So
Yes, that's a good deal, man. Brandon, just to switch back over here. Brandon said it
Nori.
takes Nori. It takes just a few visits to see how security and management in the building
Ritz.
carry themselves. So I never engaged with them there, but
They used to actually, the Ritz used to have fairly evasive, I would use the term, security. I used to talk to a lot of friends about it. Mind you, I've been going to the Ritz for like 12 years now. Like, I've been going there a long time.
Yeah.
And they've cycled through many of different management. The guy that was there before, Sean, Paul was a great guy. Got along with everybody. And that, I always liked Paul because one night I just engaged with him over something, and I don't even remember what it was. And like I've told people this before, one thing that gets a huge, huge way with me is if you are super nice to me and respectful and just talk to me like a human and you have absolutely no reason to do so, like you get nothing out of it besides the fact that you're just interacting with another person, that just huge with me. Like I just love it. And Paul was always nice to me.
Yeah.
One night I had a little bit of a bad experience with a bartender there, and he gave me free tickets to another event. He bought us all around the shots and stuff like that. And then I've known Sean because Sean was the assistant for the longest time. And then when Paul left, Sean took over. And then, like I said, Sean's caught me in multiple events. He always says hi. You know, good guy.
I never really made my way out there to meet anybody, but Paul, I've known Paul, and Paul was always nice.
Yeah.
He was just a straight up human. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
human. Shout out to the straight up humans.
Straight up humans. There's people and then there's humans
All
you
over
know
the
what I
world.
mean? Yeah, right.
There's people who know how to handle themselves, I think is a good way to put that, by the way.
Yeah.
There's the people that just know how to handle themselves and know how to actually communicate with other humans.
Yeah.
And when if you master that in life, then you're doing pretty fucking good. You could be suck at everything else, but if you can talk to other people appropriately and respectfully and be able to say what you want to say and communicate it in the correct way, that goes a long way.
Speaking of talking to people, you do interviews and stuff outside of the clubs and stuff. How's that going?
Dude, I love it.
Yeah.
I run my interviews more like almost a post game interview. Be right after the set, right after somebody's killing it, and I feel like that's when the best energy is flowing.
Yeah, it is.
All right, I'll be at PRT on Sunday.
Yeah. Actually, we didn't announce it yet, but we're doing a breakaway pre-party at the pier with some.
Oh,
of the
yeah, I
homies.
forgot about that. Yeah.
So if you want to come and do some interviews there,
Yeah.
you're more than
That could be
welcome
tight.
to. You
Yeah,
know?
send me the info,
Yeah.
and we're doing the breakaway afters. The
I'll make sure
26th.
security knows.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll be doing the breakaway.
This guy's like,
afters.
no, I don't know who that is. I've never heard of them. No.
Where are you doing it at?
That'll be at Mad Chiller World 7 minutes away from.
Oh, you know, I
Breakaway.
haven't been there since they remodeled, right? Or they moved buildings.
They
or what
moved
was that?
buildings,
Okay.
yeah, and they got a Hennessy sound system.
Oh.
And you know, we're gonna have vendors. We're gonna have a secret lineup. It'll be house, wubs, maybe some other stuff too.
Love
but
that. Love that.
you know, Breakaway ends at midnight.
Yeah.
That's
We ain't going to
Ain't
bed.
nobody
I mean,
going
come
home.
on,
Damn near
man.
a whole
Yeah.
day left.
Yeah,
That's insane.
that's only
to
the
me.
first half. So.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good
this-
deal. Are you partnering with anybody on that? What's it looking like for you over there?
Mad Chiller World.
oh
And
yeah.
then with
Okay.
the
So a
Flex.
straight partnership with the venue.
Yeah,
I love that for you, man. It's gonna be a electronic flex event.
that's correct. Yeah.
Nice. Very good. Very good. You gonna do some interviews outside of Breakaway too? You should do,
You
get over
should.
there and get the people.
I've been kind of going
Crack
back
the
and
people up.
forth. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Kind of go back and forth if I could.
We should talk. We should talk.
Oh
'Cause,
yeah, you two would be crazy out there.
I know me and Johnny's flying back into town.
Okay.
We're talking about Breakaway. I haven't been to a festival in I don't know how long. I think I went to like 9 last year. I haven't been to one this year. So
Right.
I looked at Breakaway's lineup and I was like, yo, I should do at least one day. And I think I'm going to do Friday, though. Kalina
Friday,
Zanders,
yeah, the Fisher and Lewis, the
Fisher,
Child.
Oh yeah, I've never seen Fisher live, so I think I've.
Yo, Fisher's
brings
crazy.
the
I
energy.
probably see Fisher twice live. Fisher is crazy both times.
Yeah.
I like Kalina Zanders a lot. I haven't seen her live yet, so I kind of.
What kind of music is that?
She's house, but it's more like she's more like soulful. It sounds almost like a '90s like groovy house.
She's a really big vocalist in
Yeah.
the electronic scene. I have a personal friend that has a song with her.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Sunday Scaries. My buddy Alex. They have a collab with her.
Get out of here. Yeah.
Yeah, really good.
She toured with her Craze. I think it was like last year or the year
Okay.
before. Like they toured together.
Oh wow, I gotta check her out. I don't really
Yeah.
know. I don't. Maybe if I hear something,
Her
it
voice.
might- yeah,
Rather than her vocals
yeah.
or
If
some
I hear it,
songs.
I'll be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know the name. I suck with that. I've never been good with like remembering artists' names. You know, I know the sound,
Yeah.
but the names.
Even more so, I don't even know what artists look like.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
I'm
Like,
so bad at
You'll
that.
be at a
Yeah,
show,
that's
and then
tough.
that artist be standing right next to you. You're like,
I'm
you
so
I don't know
bad
what
at
he looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. All right, so give us some plan. Well, you know, what's next with Electronic Flex? You know, you got some parties you're doing. We heard about that. You know, what's your goals around the Bay Area and the community?
Man, I just want to get with, you know, some bigger artists. I feel like this past year, I did an interview with DJ Susan, owner of Hood Politics.
Poly.
You
Oh,
know,
nice. Yeah.
that was big. That's one of my idols. So it's cool to, you know, rub shoulders with him.
Yeah,
And,
he's a good guy.
Yeah, super dope guy. You know, I'm from Illinois, so it's cool to, you know, get close back with some of those Midwest guys.
Yeah, you did an interview with him, yeah?
Yeah, I did an interview
Yep.
with him, and that was at Greco's Festival Odyssey.
Yes.
That was a big moment for us, and then as well as You Say B-Flow. He's a big rhythm DJ
Okay.
that we did an interview with, but definitely want to get you know, some more interviews in this year. That's my number one focus aside from, you know, the in-person events.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big ups to Greco. He's
Yeah, I was
in the
about to
chat
say.
right now.
Yeah, I was about to say, yo,
What's
Greco's
up,
that
Greco?
dude, bro. I love Greco, right?
Yeah, man. Good peeps, man. Good peeps all
Yeah.
around. Yeah, Greco was in. He said, "What's up?" He said, "Blue."
Yeah, I love Greco.
He said, "Let's fucking go."
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we had met him over at the Movement Monday in St. Pete.
Yeah, Greco, man, awesome dude, bro. Awesome. XTN, she's awesome too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
The whole crew.
Movement Monday starting to blow up. I see that a lot more.
Oh, they're
lately.
busy.
They're getting busy.
Busy.
Stack
Good for them.
lineup coming up. I need to go check it out.
I mean,
Good
they're
for
the
them.
definition of consistency. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like they're out there every Monday, and if they're not, they're gonna let you know. You know
Mm-hmm.
the weather report on it.
They're out there tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we usually. So I think when we end, they have like an hour left usually.
Yeah, that's 7 to 9, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So we get
Might
out of
stop
here. We
by.
got about an hour left.
Yeah, I might go.
Shit, I might go check it out. I've never been.
Yeah, it's right on the
Gonna do
pier.
those little
Man,
side
let's go.
quests. Let's do it.
Let's
We'll
go.
roll
Go out
over.
there and get moving.
I gotta cook dinner for the kids, but next time I'm down
Yeah.
next week. I got no kids next week, so that's just the schedule, you know. What I mean?
Yeah.
Blue, you got anything else?
No, man, I think you wrapped it up. So are you still spinning too? Do you spin frequently at all?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, what type of music do you prefer to spin? Like what type of genre, house or anything?
Dude, definitely house and you know, making my way into some trap
Downtown.
this year.
Yo, trap
Walking
is
fast?
trap is tough. Definitely, I love it. I love trap, dude. So again, tell everybody your ads. Where can they find Electronic Flex? Where can they find DJ 210's information? Anybody wants to collab with you? How can they
And
reach
your
you?
upcoming events.
Yep. On Instagram at Electronic Flex Official. YouTube, that's where we have the full length interviews. We'll be doing the reels, putting those on Instagram too, and TikTok. Yeah, if you want to collab, definitely reach out. If you see me at an event, flag me down. Let's have a conversation. I'm always down for that. And other than that, you know, we're definitely here to help, but we want to help people that are already helping themselves.
Absolutely.
You know,
Nice. Where can they find you at?
Instagram, TikTok, YouTube at Electronic Flex Official.
It's all the same thing.
All the same. Yeah.
Nice, perfect.
Keep it
Keep
easy.
it easy for them.
Yes, sir.
All right, so you got interviews on YouTube, interviews and reels coming. You do just a recap for everybody who may be joining us right now. You do interviews, marketing, promo for DJs. You stand out in front of clubs and with the after hours sign.
That's right.
To let security harass you a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, you're just all over doing the scene, man. We appreciate that. We see you doing some work. Thanks to our program director getting you on. He see you doing some work too.
Appreciate that.
Let me ask you a question. What is the state of the afters? Where are we at with afters in this scene and around the country?
You know what? I think the afters is growing here.
You think the afters?
Yeah, definitely. There's more
The
people
afters
trying to
is-
do it. Yeah.
The afters is definitely growing in
Yeah,
this
'cause
scene.
it's missing.
Oh,
Like,
it's you know what it's missing. It's
Tunnel kind of disappeared for a little bit. I mean to cut you off, but
No,
Tunnel
go
was
for it.
doing this thing over in Tampa.
Yeah.
That kind of died down, and like,
Yeah.
it's just been a little quiet for the last few
Yeah,
months.
no.
You know
Yes.
what
I
mean?
think-
So
I
something
think-
is
They're
going on.
reopening that at a different location.
I think afters has to be it can't be what it used to be here. Is like
Facts.
it can't just be a thing. It needs to be an adventure. And I think that's what will keep the afters going in this city. If it were to keep going, you know, and if it was to progress, it needs to be more than just sound, lights, and state. It needs to be an
Yeah.
experience.
There's got to be some
When I
type
walk-
of storyline.
Yeah, when I walk in, when I pay $20 to walk in, I want to pay $20 and fucking not be in St. Petersburg anymore. You know what
I
I'm
feel like
saying?
afters should almost feel like it's illegal to be there. It shouldn't feel like you're just going to a late night club. It should feel like you be invited,
Yep.
or it should feel like there's a capacity.
Yeah.
Right? Because some of those afters, all it is just a club that stays open till 4 or 5
Yeah.
in the morning,
Yeah.
sometimes 6.
Yeah.
And I think you're starting to see like opposite of afters, you're starting to see like these coffee shop pop-ups and these little like
Yeah.
pizza shop pop-ups. Those are, taking over slowly, but then there's still a need for like late night after the club. Like what
Oh,
house
yeah.
are we going to?
Yeah.
What warehouse are we going to? People are
Well-
calling themselves warehouse parties and they're not quite warehouse. You know what I mean? So
Well,
I think
shoot. I mean, a couple years ago, there was like nothing.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
No, that is
everything
true.
closes, that's it.
Yeah.
Go home, nothing.
Yeah.
At least now you're seeing like places try to do some stuff.
Yeah.
People try to do some
Yep.
stuff. Like at one point, there was nothing at all.
But I've talked to Ketone about this before, though, too. Like we're a finicky after hours area. Like a lot of people would rather go home or to somebody's place and do their after hours. A lot of people don't actually want to go out.
That's true.
And do their after hours because, of course, if you go out to an after hours, then that means you still have to go home from the after hours, which is one thing.
Yeah.
You
more
go
money.
to an after hours, you may not have places to do the things you want to do at an after hours, so it's better at home. But I've noticed too here in the Bay Area, though, everybody turns into a pumpkin at 5 a.m. Like if between
yeah.
4:30 and 5 a.m., it's done.
it.
Yeah, it's
you will
wrapped
have
up.
20 people left in your venue. It's and that's it. That's consistently over and over again. And you know why that is? Actually, because people want to get home before the sun comes out. And I have to admit, I go by that same rule.
Yeah.
Like I always would dip at the afters. Well, assuming I'm not playing, I love to play at 4 and 5 a.m. Those are my sweet spots. But I want to get out of there before the sun comes up. But here in the area, I mean, we've had 2 after spots for more than a year. Well, the warehouse has its 2-year anniversary now, and I mean, both of them struggle most weeks.
Yeah.
I don't want to be. I don't mean that in a mean way. I don't mean they struggle to be an afters event. I'm saying they struggle to have people show up.
Yeah.
And again, if you don't have a ringer at your afters, Now your afters are going to do good because you
Yeah.
got breakaway and you're going to probably have some heavy hitters on your lineup.
Yeah.
And he's going to
Now-
stand in front of them with
Right,
with the
that
security.
That's
too.
exactly right.
You know, if I had a $3,000 budget every Saturday to bring in somebody hot,
Yeah.
then my afters are going to do great. But you know what? People here, they just unless you're one of the popular kids or something. If you just pack an after hours venue with locals, you're lucky if you'll get 20, 30 people on average. And, and it's just like, and that's kind of part of the reason I think why Tunnel had to go through kind of a
What about the place
reinvented.
across the street from the across the street from the hospital. That used to be a thing. They used to have
Oh yeah,
like,
the sanctuary. Yeah,
sanctuary.
and that was
been
bought,
dispersed.
and it's been. I think it's tore down now, isn't it? Didn't it get
It's
tore
still
down?
there. It's not torn
But yeah,
down,
they're going to
yeah.
bulldoze it over and put something
wow.
else there.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I feel like a big thing about afters too has to be location.
Location, yep.
is
Yeah.
it.
Got to be
Like,
convenient.
It's got to be convenient. It's got to be because
Absolutely.
people are traveling from here and there and this, and they might have had
Yeah.
already drank or done whatever
Facts.
else, and it's like
Yep.
you just got to be somewhere close enough to the venue. It's got to be somewhere close enough to home type deal.
So, and then that's the other problem. So here in St. Pete, all the energy is downtown.
yeah,
If you try to have an afters event and you go more than I would say, I bet 2 miles from downtown, forget about it.
problem.
Ain't
Yeah,
nobody
it
going to
ain't
come.
happening.
There have been
Yeah.
people that's tried to do afters like up on Almerton, which is northern Pinellas County, or even in Clearwater.
Ain't going.
Don't do an afters. There ain't nobody coming to
No,
Clearwater for an
nobody.
after at all.
No.
Don't do it. It's
Yeah.
not going to happen. I know you want to have great thoughts, but
ain't gonna
it just
happen.
ain't going to
Ain't gonna
happen.
happen. Yeah.
And that's why Emperor's is good, and
Yeah.
and that because it's a mile and a half down the road from the Ritz.
Yeah.
But see, there's the other problem. The biggest EDM venue in the area is the Ritz, and
Yeah.
it's in Ybor, and it gets to college kids, and the college kids ain't coming to St. Pete for an afters, and the college kids are going to go back up to the university, and then anyone in Ybor, like my biggest thing, I go to Ybor maybe about once every other month because it's not the drive there that bothers me, it's the drive home that bothers me,
Yep.
And now you want me to drive past my house and go all the way back down to downtown St. Pete, or go to the tunnel.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
a drive. That's a hike
correct
from here too.
And then even now, thankfully, I'm passing the tunnel because it's near the stadium, so that'll be on, and the new venue will be too. So that's nice, but again, still got to drive home from there.
Yeah.
and I think that's just what it is. I think we just have like kind of a finicky kind of antsy kind of the timid scene when it comes to the afters.
Yeah.
They just don't, they'd rather be at somebody's house with 20, 30 people and listening to good
everybody's a
music.
DJ. Like you can go
Yeah.
to anybody's house and they'll have a setup. So
Yeah,
Exactly. And and I appreciate all the people that have actual after venues, but the only afters I think you're going to get to do good are just the pop-up sporadic afters that you do. If you try to do an afters every single week and forget about it, you're never going to make it.
It loses its shine,
Yeah.
whenever you're
Yeah.
doing it
Yes.
every
Yep.
single weekend, and it's not like an event anymore.
yeah.
Something that I wouldn't be opposed to doing is some pre-games.
Oh, that's a good point.
There's a group
good
out
idea.
of Dallas called Gone Rude, and they just opened up this big venue. It'd be like their Ritz. It's called Silo, and they'll be doing the pregame events for the it's more like a 7 to 11 p.m. sort of event, like getting people fired up before the big event, and then that way you don't have to go to bed at 7 in the
Yeah.
morning.
Funny
too,
you
so
say
that's always
that.
a bonus.
Nori says, "Bring back day parties. The after hours events." Are
There you
starting
go.
a
Shout
bit.
out to Nori.
Day
What up,
party.
dog?
He's the perfect DJ for a day party too.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out Nori, bro. He's groovy as hell.
Oh hell yeah! He said feels a bit like a bite on Miami. What do you guys think about that? You think we bite in Miami or what?
We gotta have
I
our
don't
own
understand
thing.
what the comment means. Like, it's the
Like
same
we're
word.
we're copying Miami's after hours scene.
Well, the whole area is kind of copying Miami because Miami's too expensive to live in now, and that's why we're becoming Little Miami.
Yeah, for sure.
I was
So-
in space from 3 a.m. to 2 p.m. I don't think nobody can do that here.
No,
Nah.
No.
Like, we're just
It ain't happening.
I mean,
we don't even got the audience to do that.
Yeah.
like Sunset Music Weekend, maybe. Well,
Oh,
that doesn't
yeah.
exist anymore. But like
Yeah,
Breakaway
yeah.
Music Weekend. I
Yeah.
mean, you might be able to get away doing a 24-hour event, maybe for 2 days. But man, that's going to be expensive. There's going to be security.
Yeah.
They're going to be messed up boys and girls all over the place.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a huge lift
Why-
if you don't have a regular venue. That
Why are
is-
you breaking my heart
Oh,
with
I
Sunset?
know.
I loved Sunset, bro.
Sunset was
Sunset
great.
was
We
one of
just
my
talked about it.
favorite
Yeah.
festivals, bro.
And- local.
and time continues to move
Yeah.
forward, and so do we.
God. My heart's broken. R.I.P. Sunset.
Yes. Alejandro Ailment said blue.
Yo, that's my guy. That's my guy.
Yes, yeah, man. We missed you, man. Like everybody done missed you, man.
It's been a while,
see?
man. It's been a while.
Good to have you back.
Elman, that's my guy.
Yes, yes. So that was our guest today. Big ups to Electronic Flex. Thank you so much for tuning in with us, brother.
Appreciate it.
We love everything that you're doing around.
Yeah.
It's coming 20 seconds later, but we
No,
like,
it is. It's yeah.
we love everything you're doing around the
Appropriate sound
scene,
effects.
and we want to help you continue doing everything you're doing. So if you ever need anything from us, we're here for you, brother.
Yeah, any DJs out there who needs help with their social media and all that stuff, reach out to Electronic Flex.
Yes.
Let me know. We're here to help.
Yes, yes, brother. All right,
Pure
and you
Tiki, 7 o'clock Sunday.
and bring your sign. Bring your sign.
right.
All right, guys. So when we come back, we are going to do the upcoming segment. We're going to talk about everything that's happening in the next week or two in the scene and beyond. But again, we got our boy Blue in the building. What's up, Blue?
Yes, sir. What's
42.
good? What's really good?
What's good in the building? Electronic Flex. We got DJ Embrace. My name's DJ Ketone. We got Rave Daddy Robbie over here.
Espresso.
DJ Volume and the outside.
By Sabrina Carpenter, the Macabre Mix.
Macabo,
Taking us into
He's
our
got
break here.
He's got a release coming out next week. Actually, this Friday with us. All right, guys. We'll see you guys after this break. See you.
Thank you. Let's go.
And we're back, everybody.
That's a Tony Platinum track right there.
That is the Tony Platinum track, actually. Yep,
Yeah,
you were
think
right.
about you, Tony Platinum. That one's actually getting signed up for a sync license. That one. Oh, yeah.
Really?
Look at him. Yeah, he's about to get some major
Nice.
plays.
Tony's a good guy. I like Tony.
Yes. Tony's a great guy. All right, guys. So we just had Electronic Flex on. We got Blue in the building. We got Embrace, Rave Daddy Robbie.
Hello.
Myself. We have Volume out there checking in on us, making sure we're doing what we're supposed to be doing.
When was the last time that happened? That we did what we were supposed to be doing?
I don't know. I mean, she checks us. She check it
She
real
does.
quick.
She
She'll
does.
check it
No,
real
that's what I
quick.
like about her. That's, it's just good to have her around.
Yes. So some upcoming things, some things that we can talk about for the topic. Humble House will be in New York this week. We'll be at Barry Park in Brooklyn.
That's big. Let's go.
We're excited about that. Thank
New
you,
York,
man. Yeah, we're excited. This is only just this is a way for us to make a bridge for future artists, so long as we can keep pumping people in there. We're just like the first wave, and we want to continue to bring other people and other artists out of the state, because there's much more than just St. Petersburg in the world, So
Oh yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, St. Peter is a wonderful place.
I mean, we live in paradise. Let's not forget
we
that.
do. I was thinking that the other day. I was like, damn.
Yes.
This
Yeah.
is
Compared to a
It-
lot of places.
Yes,
we are
listen,
blessed.
Saturday when I was working downtown at Janice and I was walking around downtown, it was beautiful out.
Oh, yeah.
And there was this beautiful wind, breeze. And I was like talking to the guy. There was this guy, Matt Bennett, in town. It was called Party 101. He's a big Disney, Nickelodeon kid star. Which, by the way, even if you're not a parent, I'm not trying to be creepy, but if you're not a parent and you get a chance to go to something like that, that was fucking hilarious, bro. Like, you've never, I'm telling like 1,200 14 to 24-year-old girls and boys, and they're all just going crazy over. There was this DJ Mochi or Moki, that's the Japanese ice cream. And she played as the first person, and she slayed it, bro. Yeah. She was going from like Blink 181 to house music to
182.
Blink 182.
181. We're missing one.
Yeah, there you go. But I mean, all over the place. And she was speeding it up and slowing it down and flawless. Like, she was killing it. I was so impressed. And she was also super nice. And then Matt's been on like a bunch of Nickelodeon and Disney shows and stuff. He's like on Hannah Montana and stuff. Yeah. And he comes out there and just the whole world went crazy. You would have thought like that they were. I'm surprised they didn't burn the stage down.
Yeah.
But but it was great. They're playing like all these tracks. I'm there with my friend Chris, who has a 14-year-old daughter, and I'm looking at him and singing all the lyrics to the songs. And he's like, "Why do you know these lyrics?" I was like, "It doesn't matter.
You had a good time
Because I have fun.
Had a real
Yeah,
good
that's
time.
why. Because I have fun. I'm a kid. What can I say?"
go.
That's cool.
But it was a great time. But yeah, it was a beautiful night to have that. And God, that's when you're really just sitting there and you look at the nice fluffy clouds against the blue sky. You know?
Like, this is where I live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I went somewhere. I went to the Grand Canyon and I stopped to eat at this restaurant. And I'm like, I'm from Florida. And the server is like, oh, I honeymooned in St. Pete. And I'm like, honeymoon? Like, people are flying and honeymooning here where we like live. It's crazy.
Yeah, we got a good spot.
This is a good place to honeymoon if you think about it. Affordability wise, benefits, you're getting like, can go out, beautiful hotels, nice beach.
Yeah, I was having this conversation with my friend over the weekend. It's like ever since January 1, I've been so busy, week in, week out, just with not just with work and family stuff, but just there's something always going on in the scene. No matter what you want to do, if you play pickleball, because pickleball is huge. If you're a bowler, card player, shows, music, art, whatever, it's something that's always going on here. Tampa, St. Pete. So shout out to
There's for you always being busy since January.
man. It's been stacked.
We also have coming up, Humble House will be throwing a pre-party for Breakaway at the Pier Tiki this Sunday, 7 to 11 p.m. Rave Daddy Robbie, Brian Tyler will be on, and two other artists from Breakaway.
Technically, Brian's birthday celebration.
Birthday celebration, yes.
I bought him a little something.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. And if you come, I'll be handing out commemorative Rave Daddy Robbie wooden key rings. I ain't joking.
That's dope.
I ain't joking.
That's
What
cool.
do
You got one
I'm
with
gonna-
you?
Yeah. No, I don't. I'm making them on my own. I'm going to make them tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I'm gonna. They'll have my logo on the front, and they're gonna have my Rave Daddy Robbie signature and the date on the back.
You just got the screen printer. That's what you use that for.
The laser printer.
That's why. Yeah, the laser printer. Yeah.
Bro, you guys want to have fun with something? Buy a laser cutting etching machine. That
Very
thing
cool.
is awesome.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Yes. Sorry.
So
didn't mean
that'll be
to
Sunday.
Shanghai the conversation.
No, that's cool.
Apologize.
You know, it's cool to think of how like stuff like that can be therapeutic. You know, for your
Yes.
mind, just
Yeah.
sitting away, breaking away, and just doing something completely different like that. You know,
You know what? I when I bought that, at first I wasn't 100% sure what I was going to use it for. Like I knew what it was, and then I didn't think it applied. But I'm really bad about returning shit. Like I got a closet stacked full of stuff that I've used 2 times. But I did realize though that I'm going to be actually making a lot of my swag on my own. I can go on Amazon and buy 50 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch key rings for $14.
And just
Now, if I
drive,
and if I went to a website and had them do those for me, that's like $150 purchase, probably something stupid.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be cheap, And I can do both sides. I can do it exactly the way I want it to. Like I was thinking, my cases for all my CDJ rentals, I'm actually going to print out my Rave Daddy Events logos and iron them onto the cases. I'll have actual monogrammed CDJ cases when people rent for me. Like,
Very cool.
it's all, you start thinking about all the stuff you can do. It's crazy, and I can apparently etch glass with it. I could actually etch my logo into glasses if I wanted to, and all kinds of stuff. It's really the laser cutters are cool, bro. Like it's neat. It's a lot of fun.
All right, very cool. We
So
gotta
there you
get you
go,
to do
kids.
some.
Get a laser cutter.
We got to
Yeah.
get you to do some Humble House merch.
Of course. No, we can do it real easy. Like I can
Yeah.
you can get the Etsy, not Etsy stuff, Cricut stuff, and just cut it all out. We can make our own shirts. We could do whatever
Very
you
cool.
want. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. What is this about the Coachella crash out? What's up with that, Mike?
Man,
Tell us-
so
tell us about
Coachella-
that.
Yeah, Coachella was last weekend, the first weekend. And it was just, I used to work in music festivals. So if people don't know, I used to do logistics, which means we get all of the guests to come in, park the cars, RV, artist transportation. I used to do stuff like that. Vendor setup, I used to help do with that. And apparently this year it was just a logistical nightmare. People waiting hours to get into the event, 13 hours. People were passing out.
Didn't
running
this
out of
happen
gas.
last year?
Yeah, but not to this extent. Maybe like, but it happens every
Okay,
year. But
yeah.
this year was just even worse.
People passing out.
People passing out because it's just so hot. Or they're sitting in their car and they run out of gas with the AC running, and there's no bathrooms while they're waiting in line, and there's no food while people waiting in line. And I got to
that's
shit,
crazy.
so I got to shit in the bush. There was a girl saying I had to go shit in the bush because there was no bathrooms in this line.
Yeah, that's wild.
Other things that happen. Apparently, there's like a bunch of like, I don't want to say Mexican, but they're like Mexican hot dog vendors. They come out with their carts and they rush through the gates. So apparently, there was dozens and dozens of Mexican hot dog vendors who were just they stormed the gates and they started selling hot dogs. There was just too many of them. They couldn't kick them out.
Oh my lord.
What?
Yeah, that was another
That's
thing.
a thing?
Yeah, yep.
That's funny. Like that's not a story I would expect to hear.
Yeah, it's crazy. Fireworks went off. It went into the artist area. They had
no.
some fireworks, and one of them shot over into the artist area where they hang out. So that was a
my
bad
gosh.
thing.
Well, and then last year was the rain, right? Then the rain turned it into a swamp, and literally people were stuck.
Oh man.
Yeah, yep.
See, but this is the thing, though. I don't think people actually understand what Coachella is. I brought this up last week about people not understanding our business. But again, like these are kids that like go to festivals
One
in
time a year.
Yeah,
Just go to
Ultra.
Coachella and that's
Yeah.
it.
Well, I'm just saying they go to Ultra or they go to Hula or they go to EDC, and then they go to Coachella. And people don't understand Coachella is not a Electric Daisy Carnival.
it's not.
Yeah,
Coachella is a music festival that's been around for years. It's meant to be a communal thing. It was founded by hippies. It was kind of created by hippies. You do it in the middle of the salt flats. You clean up everything and leave it the way you were. There is no running water. There are no hotels.
Not,
There are
not exactly, not quite exactly. So Coachella has become like this prissy.
No.
Yeah,
Well, I was getting there.
Oh,
I was
okay,
getting there.
yeah.
Yeah.
It
I was getting there.
became there. Yep.
Absolutely. And that's what it was found, and that's the whole point. And you bring everything with you, and when you go there, you become a part of a crew, or I forget what the actual word is for it. They have a different word for it, but you become part of a crew or a
Similar
tribe.
to Burning Man, when it
Yeah.
similar to the Burning Man.
Correct. And then you all get into it, and then you go out there and you bring all your stuff and all that kind of stuff. Well, they turn around and they don't They don't get it, and then they all show up there in their, their 1981 Nissan Datsun truck that barely runs, and with a gallon of gas left in the gas
Not quite,
tank.
man. I'm telling you got it all wrong.
But yeah,
now,
you're right though.
It's
It is all a bunch of rich people.
Lamborghinis
Yes, yes.
and like Ferraris and top
that is true
artists
though.
of
It's
that,
and Burning
and they're
Man's
not
kind of like
prepared.
that now too.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
it's often like now the only people that go there are people that are
shitload of
dumping
money.
$20,000-$30,000 and shit. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, when I was out there a few times, like they
takes fun out of it.
They usually don't have a lot of rain, but it's usually like a lot of windstorms, and like it's the desert still. It's out near like Palm Desert, so it'll be like super bad weather, super bad wind, and you get this like wook flu. I want to call it the wook
Wook flu.
but you get the cough, and people they're not prepared when they
The
go
adult
out there.
term is a sinus infection, I believe.
But yeah, it just became this terrible thing that people spend a shitload of money to go to see top artists, and it's just not turned out to be a bad event.
You know what's crazy is I always thought that Coachella was less than a top like festival. Not more recently than anything, because I felt like it was. I saw a lot of like. I haven't really seen like big acts except for like hip hop on a Coachella lineup.
There's
You know? So I haven't
like,
seen like a big like EDM side of Coachella, I guess.
Tiesto was there this year. Sparrow Barbosa and the Afro House was there this year. What's the big two dubstep guys that blew up and starts with a letter L?
Oh, Levity.
Levity. They had a
Levity,
set
yeah.
there this year, so they do have an electronic side, and that's what's kind of good about Coachella's. They do have a good mix.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beyonce shot her whole DVD thing there.
Okay,
The
yeah.
Weeknd had a great show there.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar. So it's kind of open to a lot of indies and a lot of huge artists.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
But the people that go are like
Yeah.
these California rich kids, that really don't understand festivals.
Yeah, you know what? I think I saw something about most of the people buying their tickets at Coachella did it on a payment plan.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. I could probably see that.
Like majority of their tickets are payment plan things, and like, is that the way we're starting to go at festivals now?
I
Like
feel
it's
like a
starting to
lot-
become too expensive, so
Yeah.
expensive that
Yeah.
you got to put
Yeah.
the bitch on a.
I'm on a payment plan right now for art.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people do payment plans.
Listen,
Yeah.
this industry is a cash cow industry. The festival industry is a cash cow industry. These places that take their sales from alcohol and stuff like that,
Yeah.
these got. I don't think people, and I get it, and people are always like, "Oh, well, you realize it's like $3 or $4 million for all the talent, right?" I was like, "Yeah, it's $3 or $4 million for all the talent, but they're bringing in like 60, 70, 80 million dollars."
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
You don't get me
sure.
wrong.
Yeah.
Man.
You're missing the point. Like, count the ticket sales themselves before they've even sold one drop of tequila.
Yeah.
Count the
Man.
ticket sales.
Yeah.
Count the clothing sales. They're buying shirts at 25 cents a piece, and selling them for $25.
Yeah.
It's
I don't think people will ever realize how much money they're making.
Yeah.
You pay for parking.
Pay for parking.
You pay for
Everything.
shuttle passes.
Food. all the
man.
vendors that are there pay exorbitant vendor fees to be at places like EDC and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, the vendors pay to be there.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And honestly, when it comes to the acts, you're only talking about from about the 7 or 8 o'clock to midnight acts. Those are the real pricey ones.
Yeah.
Those are the big ones. Those are the definitely 5 and 6 figure artists.
Yeah.
But before that, you're down to like $3,000 and $4,000 artists. Like literally, I think people misunderstand the gap there.
You're probably like 6 o'clock, 6:30 maybe is like when you're starting to get some of the bigger names.
Yeah, and those 2 o'clock artists probably aren't getting paid.
I know people who don't go to festivals until like 7,
Yep.
8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Exactly,
yo,
yep.
I paid my money. I'm going to try to get there as early as possible. But like, I know people who don't get there till like sunset at least.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, that's a waste of a ticket, especially if I got a payment plan. That
Yeah.
bitch.
Oh, yeah.
Yo.
But so getting back to your original comment, though, that's the whole problem. Though, like a lot of people were really upset with Hula this year. Hula, the tickets went up once again.
Yeah.
And just for a GA ticket and a camping pass, it's nearly $800. I think. I believe the total was
That's
somewhere right
crazy.
around
I got a camp
$750
for $800. Nah,
Yeah,
bruh.
$800. Well, the ticket's like $399 or something like that.
Yeah.
And then the camping pass is like another $250, and then you got your taxes, service charges, fees, and the fuck you charge and all that kind of stuff.
Insane.
And then suddenly you got an $800 ticket. If you want to stay in VIP, forget about it, bro. Like they're just VIP. The basic VIP is $1,600 per person.
Somebody up there wiping asses or what?
Holy shit, bro!
No.
Don't even think about glamping.
Crazy.
Glamping was $3,500 for
Glamping's
2
even
people.
more. Yeah, glamping's even more.
But I do believe glamping includes food, which is kind of cool. Because I did
that's
get the buffet
different.
one year and it was really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
the
don't know,
Hula
man.
makes Hula makes a, like an organic, awesome buffet. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I eat very minimal on festival weekends.
Why is that?
I'm so afraid.
Why don't you eat much?
Listen, I'm afraid.
What's going on that you're not hungry?
I'm afraid my stomach might get queasy. And you go to these places and it's like porta potties and stuff, and I'm like, I don't want to get trapped in a porta potty. Like I don't even
You know
want to do
what?
it. Like,
I had an unfortunate incident one year where I got trapped in a porta potty.
No,
That was like
man.
I was all posted up, leg in the air and shit. I didn't know where I was.
oh god, man. It just terrifies me. It's like at festival weekend, I'm like, I gotta poop before we go. Like
Oh, you
everyone knows,
definitely
we're not
should.
leaving until I poop. Because man,
Yeah.
I'm
All right,
not
we
doing
need to
it.
mark this terrible. We need to mark festival stories for 1.5 hour of our show one day. Because
Yeah, we do.
I got
oh
so
my
many of
god!
them.
I
I
need
got
to
so
know
many of
about
them.
this being trapped in a porta potty
Oh,
thing.
Sometimes you get in there and you can't find the door anymore, and you're like,
Man, it's never happened to me, but man, I hear stories, man. It's dark and they're dirty, and it's out.
oh
like,
my
man,
lord, bro!
I
Like,
don't know, man.
Oh no, bro.
God, I got in there one day, got trapped, and I'm sitting in there, and all of a sudden I hear, Robert, Robert,
He was
Ring
on that
Daddy,
good stuff.
Robert, and it's getting louder, and I'm like, this motherfucker is standing out in front of all these porta potties screaming my name right now, is he? It's like, Robert, are you okay? I was like, Brave Daddy. I'm like, what? And he's like, and then everybody starts laughing because they can clearly tell from my voice. I'm like, I got to answer this guy. I open that door and there's like 20 fucking people standing there with all waiting for me. They're like, it's like, what? I was fine. I was fine. Yes, I may have been gone for a while, but I was fine.
Announce it to everyone here.
Yeah.
I
Rave
mean, I guess-
Daddy, my
yeah.
friend Rave Daddy is
Thank you.
lost. in
Thank
the
you.
porta
Yes.
potty.
I guess I should be appreciative that they came to find me, but
Yeah.
you know, I didn't really need it announced that I was posted up in the porta potty, you know?
That's funny.
That's good.
Ay, ay, ay.
No, I never got lost in a porta potty, but I ain't looking.
Then
to
you
it.
haven't had a festival yet, bro. We've got to take care of
Lord.
that. I will get you that right kind of pot that gets you lost in the porta potty. I will do that. I am
right.
okay about that.
Okay, let's go.
We'll get you some
man.
wacky weed and get you going.
Oh my
Wacky
goodness,
weed.
man.
Wacky
DJing is not hard. It was an episode on Club Killers. Tell us about that, bro.
Yeah, so quick little. I watched a quick little video. It had this DJ from Chicago, DJ Party with a Strategy, and Club Killers put out a podcast maybe like a few weeks ago.
I saw DeVille was on that one too.
Yeah, DeVille's one of the main hosts. You know, shout out to DJ DeVille. But you know, Party with Strategy was like, DJing is not hard, and then he goes into say like there's other things that makes it hard. You know, everybody can DJ, and I mentioned it earlier. The barriers of entry to DJing is easy. Everybody can buy a controller. Everybody can get music offline, whether
Right.
it's ripping it through YouTube or SoundCloud or whatever. And that's the easy part. You know, the skills you can go a little bit better, but the networking is hard, right? The building the content, we were talking about content earlier, the marketing part is hard. And I feel like if you're doing it for a fad, because there's a lot of people out here doing it just to be cool
Attention and fad, yeah.
and, you know, get women and get money, they don't last. You know what I mean? A lot of the DJs that are big names now, they're going on 20, 30 years in the game, and they're 40, 50 years old at this point.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean? So if you're going to do it for the love of the music. That's just my 2 cents. You know what I mean? DJing isn't hard, but what comes with it is if you have a passion for it.
Yeah, that's a good way to
know what
look
I mean?
at it because it really is hard.
I don't know. I think DJing is hard.
I
if you
think
ask
DJs
me.
are hard if you ask me
I think
too.
it is. I mean,
if
it takes a skill set and it
Yes,
takes
it
the
does.
talent and it takes the ear, and not everybody has that.
Mhm.
Correct.
Some people think they got it, man, and they
really don't.
They don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not as easy as people think.
I was just talking for my Saigon show. I kept it really simple and just showed up. And then, like I was saying earlier, I played a lot of deep house. Finally got into tech. The last hour at Saigon, you always have to go into deep house because all the kids start rolling in from everywhere else. And I was at 150. I'm sitting there like sliding down the wall, ready to go to bed. And there's nobody in the bar. And I'm thinking, oh, God, I'm going to wrap this in like 10 minutes. And then all these motherfuckers have to start rolling in the door. And there was like 50, 60
Now you need to
people in the
bring
bar.
that energy
They're
back
like, Hey,
up.
Daddy, you going to be? I was like,
Yeah. A 4 or 5 hour house set.
I was
like,
ready to go home.
It's easy to do an open format, but when you have to do a whole night house or whatever,
Right.
it can be a little
That's
tricky. And that's
mental.
when the
Yeah.
skills come.
Right.
That's mental.
Yeah.
And it you know, and what I was talking to the bartenders on Saturday night. I stopped by before Janice, and we were just joking about it, and I said, yeah, it's the same, all these kids going and figuring this all out and all that, and then they're all downloading the same 40 tracks from Beatport, all play. And I hate to call Beatport DJs because I've always been very defensive about that. You can go on Beatport and crate search and find good tracks.
Yeah,
It's
of
not,
course. Yeah.
do they make playlists for you? Of course. Are some of the playlists actually good? Yes. So
Yeah.
but they're right. You go in there, they download those first 40 tracks, they go out and play sets. Suddenly, I was at a venue this week, and I won't mention which one, but I was on there, and the DJ that played after one of the DJs literally played 2 tracks the previous DJ in the previous
already
hour
played,
had
yeah.
played.
Yep, that happens.
That's kind of
like,
that's
guys.
wild. That's wild. Yeah, but I feel like the DJing is easy only from my perspective. That's of many years of practicing, but the other things that you were mentioning are hard. The networking, the branding, the content, all of that stuff is
the business side of it.
That is not easy. And then if we were to even go deeper into like royalties and your business, aspects, like
Start producing. What if you start producing?
and
Like,
you're
into that lane?
producing,
That's
then
a
you
whole
gotta
nother avenue.
know all about your royalties and your law. You basically gotta know law.
Yeah.
At that.
I mean, it's tough at that point.
At
You're
that
not
level.
DJing, you're doing all this other executive stuff on
Yep.
top of it. It's like you're wearing 10 hats. You're not just spinning. You're learning the whole business and
A
all
lot
of
of people
it.
don't see that either, man. They think that you're wearing that one hat and you just,
Come out there and just mix it up.
Yeah.
But it's like there's other parts to it.
especially to be successful.
Quick little add on there too, by the way. That's why you show up early before your set, by the way, and don't show up 10 minutes before your
Yeah,
set. So
yeah.
you know what's already been played and you know what you shouldn't be playing, by the way.
Yeah.
It's different if you're writing all your music. That's kind of makes it easy, but
Yep.
yeah, that's another reason why I get there an hour or two before because you don't want to play like 3 tracks the previous DJ just got done playing.
Yeah. Yeah. Nori said during Breakaway, Nori and friends are taking over HPC thanks to Essential Freaks on a road to S4 season 4.
Yes, sir.
Yep. He said your tickets will get you in, unlike Breakaway last year. I don't know what that means, but I guess maybe your Breakaway ticket will get you in to this after party.
Oh, that sounds pretty cool.
I'm not sure. Well, either way, I don't know, Nori. You might have to clear that one up for us.
He got Jay Crusoe on that lineup, so
Yeah.
that looks fire. I wish I could make it to that, but I saw that. Yeah, that's gonna be fire.
Very
Shout out
cool.
to
That's the
Nori.
Saturday of Breakaway.
Yeah.
Other than that, guys, we had a great show. We got Blue in the building from What's Good.
Ooh, what's good? What's really good?
It's been a while, brother. We can't wait to have you guys on more.
Wow.
And your adventures. You're heading off to London, yeah?
London. I'm going to London for 4 days. My brother-in-law he's from Jamaica, full-blooded. Then he went to school in England.
Okay.
And his birthday is May 2nd. And he's married to my sister, got kids,
Feel
the
right
work.
that he said
so
nice.
he's not like does a whole bunch of stuff all the time. So he's always hitting me up. He's like, yo, there's a soccer match I want to go to in England. I'm like, yo, let's go. Liverpool versus Manchester United.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's going to be a game.
That'll be
That's
real
gonna
good.
be crazy. Yeah,
Oh, man.
Yeah, so
Very exciting.
Get that real football energy going on.
Yeah.
Shout out to
That way,
Arsenal.
And go to a rave, bro.
Yo,
go
yeah.
to how many days are you going to be there?
I'm gonna be there at least 4.
Okay,
so,
go to a rave.
Yeah,
Go to a rave.
Somebody told me Bristol. So
Bristol,
Yes.
yeah, or Ministry of Sound.
Manchester, it's got some good spots too. If you want to, it's a great. You'd ride the train up to Manchester. I
Yeah.
want to say it's about an hour and a half, 2-hour train ride or something like that.
Yeah.
You can also get a with the water things that you drive your cars on. What the fuck you call those? Ferry from Manchester over to Dublin. By the way,
Really?
and that's a
All right.
great little trip. You want to do a couple days.
Yeah.
Go up, spend a day in Manchester. I'm telling you, it's cheap too.
Yeah.
Ferry across to Dublin, stay 2 nights in Dublin, come back and go back down.
Dublin,
Totally worth it.
Ireland, huh?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Dublin is dope. I went there last year. Dublin is fire.
I've never been to Ireland. I gotta go. I need to get back over to Europe. I'm tired.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
tired. I
a-
love the United States. I need to
It's a
get back
great
over there.
spot. Like it's just so many of us don't travel enough.
I know. I need to do it again, guys. What a fucking great show today. We had Electronic Flex in there, Tanner in. We got What's Good in the building. DJ Embrace over there. We got Rave Daddy Robbie. Myself, Ketone Volume out there.
nice
We
seeing you all
miss
again.
everybody else who wasn't here with us today, but we love you guys and love everybody who tuned in today. Thank you so much, and we will see you guys next week.
Wrapping it up for this week's show. Tune in next Monday at 6 p.m. for the best up-to-date info on EDM news, culture, and gossip on the Houseology live show.
Humble House Radio.